Welcome everybody to another recap episode here with the Valentines. Recapping MTV's The Challenge. We are on episode 8, halfway through. Feels like we're more than halfway through, but it's technically halfway through because half of the teams have been eliminated, but it'll probably start to ramp up the action or teams being eliminated from now on.
Yeah, we're halfway through the teams. Maybe not necessarily the season.
Right, but they call it a mid-season trailer and everything, but yeah. Celebrate good times. That's what we start off with the UK celebrating Cam and Ashley's defeat over Amanda and Josh, right? Yeah, that's who they beat. I feel like that was a decade ago. Huh?
You mean their victory, not their defeat?
Oh, yes, their victory over Josh and Amanda. I feel like that was like a decade ago.
Damn.
Why?
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody in the UK celebrating, plus Cam. So Cam is just hardcore within that alliance. That's obvious. Do you think this will affect her in like future seasons with like non-UK people?
I really I don't. I just feel like it's almost a natural thing. It's like my partner's UK. I'm dating a guy who's UK. It's not that I'm turning against my people. She would be dumb if she didn't.
Yeah, so she's got good reasons.
I would say I would lose respect for her and not want to be so if there's another season where there's no UK, let's say her and I were, previously allies, and then this season happened and she was with UK, and then the next season there's no UK, I wouldn't have any bad blood. I'd be like, yeah, you did what you had to do.
Right, yeah. You adapted to this season.
It's not like she went out of her way to go against her own people.
Right. We see Wes's swimming clinic next, where Wes teaches Dee how to swim.
I had a flashback of Ammo and Leroy.
Yeah, man. Shoutouts to Ammo and Leroy. That was a nice moment. So yeah, we get another swimming lesson for the challenge, for challenge history. Apparently Dee doesn't know how to swim. I bet Wes wouldn't have wanted to be her partner if he knew that, but...
Not only does she not know how to swim, she's afraid of water because she almost drowned when she was 14, and she hasn't been in deep water since she was 14.
Right, yeah.
So it's not just that she doesn't know how to swim, she had a traumatic experience and hasn't been in deep water since.
Yeah, it's I'm flabbergasted that she actually didn't drown or panic.
I know.
Because you just think of Jose, not know how to swim? Okay. Jose's a perfect example.
Yeah, he panicked.
Wes using little lies to build up Dee's confidence.
Yeah.
That's an old man trick. That's
Wes's lies are forgivable, Bear's are not.
No. But to Georgia they are. Get your popcorn ready. This was definitely a get your popcorn ready moment when Bear's video chatting with his ex-girlfriend, cousin, up in the air, stepsister, who knows? It's his ex-girlfriend, yeah.
Not even ex, it's his girlfriend.
Oh, right, yeah. Because why would you be talking to your ex-girlfriend like that?
Yeah.
Bear chatting with his girlfriend back home. Kara... Apparently, Kara is the one who gets Georgia and tells him to listen into the conversation. How do you think?
Fine. I mean,
No, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, any person deserves to know if their significant other is cheating on them in the moment. Yeah, it's
not like Kara spread a rumor. She was like, "Yo, listen to this."
Yeah. How do you think Georgia handled it in this moment?
At the moment, I thought she handled it wonderfully.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wow, I really respect her. I really hope she just, sticks to her guns. And I even turned to Sean and I was like, if she goes back on what she's saying right now, I'm going to lose a lot of respect because, that's one thing that women do. And it's so, I can't relate to it. Mm-hmm. And it drives me nuts when women, let guys treat them like shit, and they're like, fuck you, I'm done with you. And then, a day later, they're like, but I love him. It's like, no! It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So, I thought at first, I was like, she handled it so well.
Yeah, I thought she was handling it well too, making him look like an idiot. Threw the water in his face. That's kind of where it ended for the night, I think.
Yeah.
But he deserved way more than that, obviously.
Yeah, he deserved all that. Like, I don't know. Typically, I'd be like, oh, that was immature, but, like, I think everything she did, it was called for.
Right. Yeah, at least she didn't, like, put her hands on him, like we were talking about in the X on the Beach reunion.
Or, like, throw something, like, I don't know. I mean, it was, yeah.
Yeah, because it's fucked up, and he's straight up lying to her face, saying it was his cousin, and he's not backing off.
And then he's whispering and telling the guys, oh, yeah, it's my cousin hot.
That was hilarious. Wes, after everything simmers down, says to Bear, your cousin's hot. And he goes, she is hot. So hot. It's just so fucked up.
He's admitting it's not his cousin.
Right, admitting, yes. That's the admission right there.
Yeah, so... Yeah.
But the only thing I could give an excuse for Georgia is like, okay, Georgia knows he's a dirtbag. Maybe she won't try to be with him after this, and she just needs somebody right now in this challenge house to, like, that cares about her.
I thought about that, too. I thought about, like... But don't say things like, I'm never going to talk to you again, and then talk. Like, be mad. I mean, I know it's hard to, like, when you're mad, you say things. But I did think about that, too. I was like, you know what? If she's smart, she would, politically, she would continue with him. Because what is she going to do? It's going to be UK, US, and then Georgia?
Yes. Like, that can't be her sworn enemy. They're on the same side.
Bear's, like, the leader of the UK, and, yeah, I mean, for the game, I think that was the right choice.
Yeah, I mean, another solution would be cutting off his dick.
Yeah, who said that?
Turbo.
Oh my gosh, I love Turbo.
You must cut his dick.
I want a show of just Nani and Turbo.
Right, yeah, like a 24/7 like live feed of just Turbo, honestly. But yeah, that was a you know.
I can't wait for the reunion when they air all that.
Oh my god, yeah, Georgia's gonna be so embarrassed.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I don't think Bear feels embarrassment, so I don't know if he'll feel embarrassed. He doesn't feel actual human emotions.
Like Kyle when he's like,
he is like Kyle 7.0 though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's making Kyle look like a good guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get to the challenge. Fun challenge. Looks visually looks appealing. Brain freeze is what it's called. The rules are run out 100 yards, one at a time, collect a puzzle piece and bring it back into the water. Doesn't look like they have to swim too much.
Yeah, it is choppy water, but it's not like...
It looked like it was pretty windy, or like there was a lot of waves, and like it was pushing the puzzle pieces up and down. Like Cara said, it hit her in the face a couple times. That sounds annoying. I could see that.
I do think, and they were wood.
Yeah, ouch.
I know. She was like, the wooden blocks hit me in the face. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's gonna leave a dent.
But I definitely think there was a point in the water where you couldn't reach the ground.
Yes, and that's good.
Yeah.
Maybe not Theo. He could probably walk.
They also have life jackets on.
Yeah, and Theo could probably just walk through that ocean, stepping through. So he was probably fine. They alternate turns until all puzzle pieces are collected. Then you start to build the puzzle tower.
You know what's funny? Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I bet you those clips of Wes and Dee in the beginning are not even from the same day or like week.
Oh no, like from the swimming?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah, because she was like, I just learned how to swim yesterday. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure he's probably been trying to teach you how to swim this whole time. Or like...
They did say 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just saying, like, it's just another thing of, like, how production, like...
Manipulation with the edit.
Carefully picks what scenes they want to play. And,
yeah. Just like when Josh and Amanda were flirting, we happened to see that when they got eliminated.
Exactly, yeah.
I got a question here. What are your thoughts on the tribunal at this stage in the game? Like the 3 winning teams. Do you think it's too many winning teams when there's only 8 teams left? It's like one team has the relic, so that
Yeah.
they're out. 3 teams are safe, so there's only 4 teams that are up for elimination. 3 get thrown in the tribunal.
Yeah, they're gonna have to change that up soon. No, like
I would hope so. But well, we do see in the mid-season trailer that the teams are gonna get split. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah. Okay. So they're definitely the tribunal will probably just be the top 3 players now.
Yeah, but who knows when the teams get split?
Yeah.
That literally. I mean, I'm not saying this will happen, but it literally could be at the final where he's like, all right, no more teams, you're all individual.
Yeah.
Because he's done that before on Invasion of the Champs, I think. He was like, all right, it's the final, you guys are actually all individual.
I don't mind that.
No, I don't either, but do you hope they split the teams before the final or at the final?
Before, because I want to see how, like, all the political games start playing. Like,
yeah, that'll change up the game a lot.
Yeah, because then the UK is not the strongest because there's only a couple UK.
Right. Yeah, it'd be interesting. We see during the challenge, Cara flips off Kyle and Kyle tries to like kick her. I thought that was cute. A little back and forth they still have.
Cute. They're flirting.
I know they're flirting. That's why it's cute. But,
it was cute though, and I was like, "Oh, why did I think that was cute?"
Yeah, it's like that's just like kind of little bit of proof that they're not over each other, but they never will be, and they don't have to,
Interesting.
be over each other.
If you watch the after show,
I didn't purposely.
You know?
No, I don't like watching after shows. I don't really like going on Twitter because I feel like I can sense by somebody's comments whether they won the challenge, whether they got embarrassed, whether they got sent home before the final, Like, I feel like I could pick up on those things.
Yeah, I did. Nani was on it, and I kind of sensed that she ends up doing pretty well.
Yeah, right? See?
Yeah, I could kind of tell by, like, just the body language and
confidence or something. Because, you wouldn't be so confident if,
like,
got eliminated.
The way that she answers questions, it just, yeah. But, so, anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Kyle and Pauly. Nani and Hunter were saying how Kyle and Pauly are, like, friends. Like, they're like, when the camera's not rolling and Cara's not around, they're, like, talking to each other.
Yeah, it's not the first time I've heard that, so it's definitely got to be true. Yeah.
So, they, like, both, like, they went on about it for, like, a minute. They're like, yeah, seriously, they're like, second Cara walks in the room where there's a camera, they're like, oh, wait, we hate each other, remember?
Yeah, that's kind of lame.
So I think it might be for the show.
Yeah, maybe it started genuinely, but, they're both probably adults, and they're like, alright, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I do think it started, genuinely, so there is some type of fire in both of them, when, like, if they see each other in elimination, they'll try harder,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, during the mission...
in the challenge, Ninja was struggling.
Yeah, I was going to get to people struggling. Yeah, a challenge is difficult when Turbo is saying it's hard. And you just see everybody struggling in this, like, gasping for air, grasping for air. Gasping? Hello?
Gasping?
I don't even know. Yeah, people who seem to be struggling, from what I could tell. Cara, she's stay struggling in challenges, it seems like, right? Like,
Cara is just, like, not good.
No,
anymore.
Unless it's, like, straight physical.
Let's be honest.
Unless it's straight, like, lift this up.
Yeah.
Ashley seemed to be struggling.
That stupid new show,
What, Game of Clones?
Oh.
Yeah.
She's on it, so I guess her and Pauly are not together.
Yeah, but they are together now. I think it happened during their breakup, or maybe she just did it for money, and Pauly was okay with it. But they're thriving, apparently, right now, so good for them.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, and apparently that clone was like a Khal Drogo lookalike from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but...
Which also kind of looks like Kyle.
Yeah.
I saw somebody mention that on Twitter, how it kind of looks like Kyle. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, another person who was struggling, Ashley, Cam's partner. He was struggling.
Yeah, he's not built to move.
Yeah.
He's just built to, like,
again, lift things, yeah. Ninja was struggling. After the first 3 episodes, we were like, are Paulie and Ninja ever going to lose? I think they've lost every single time since they went on that winning streak.
They came in like 4th place twice.
I mean, not getting in the tribunal is what I consider losing.
Sure, but 4th place, like way ahead of 5th, and close to 3rd. I don't know. I mean, I think this was the one that they did the worst at.
Yeah, I mean, and...
But I'm doing bad.
Yeah, and Paulie verbalized. Yeah, Paulie did say, like, Ninja's struggling. It seemed like she was mentally breaking down. Another person struggling was Bear. People who seemed to kill it. Maddie was just trucking through.
Yeah.
Maddie and Kyle both killed it. They finished first by like a while to get to the puzzle, but they didn't complete the puzzle. They couldn't get that together. TJ...
Georgia and Hunter got all their pieces first.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they got all their pieces first because they were supposed to have 8 pieces, and Georgia was like... Or Hunter was like, we have all the pieces. And Georgia was like, no, only 7. It's 7. And he's like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. And she's like,
oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, that was hilarious because the music was building up. He's like, no, go Hunter. It's 7. It's 7. Oh, and then the music stopped.
Yeah, that was hilarious. They got their pieces first.
Okay. I thought it was Kyle and Maddie, but I'll have to go back and check. Because even TJ verbally was like, what did he say? He said Maddie was killing it and they're dominating the other teams. He said that. So. But yeah, maybe.
When Hunter and Georgia says they got all the pieces first, I wrote it down. So, booyah.
Alright, we'll have to go to the audience here. Who's right, Nicole or Tom? We didn't even introduce ourselves. I gotta get used to that. My name is Tom. Here with me is Nicole. And, we're halfway through the recap. Alright, Turbo is good at puzzles. That's an advantage he probably got from being on 2 Survivor seasons. That's all they do. Their challenges are basically they're based off of puzzles.
Yeah, because they can't be strength because everyone's low on
And it's these types of puzzles too.
Yep.
So, yeah, he's set. I think he's going to kill I think he's... Like you said with Nani, how you said it sounded like she was making it to a final. I believe these guys 100% will make it to a final. We heard CT earlier in the season say, this could be Nani's challenge, or he said that about Wes, but he also said, like, Nani and Turbo could make a final. And we see Nani saying, like, how she's competed the best. This is, like, the best she's ever competed, or the best she's done in 7 seasons. So it really seems like they're getting that final edit.
Yep. Cam and Ashley were the last to get all their pieces.
Yeah, they also had the relic, so I feel like they were, not trying their hardest. Maybe they still would have finished last, but... Yeah, they did have the relic, so there was a sense of relief. Wes and Dee finished first. Dee is ecstatic, as she should be. She just learned how to swim and already beat the rest of the teams. Like, come on.
So crazy.
Like, come on, Leroy. Like, really? You can't learn how to swim in 10 years, but Dee can in 1 week.
And then win a swimming challenge.
And win a challenge, something that Leroy can't do either. I love you, Leroy, but...
Stop hating.
No, I mean, that's the truth. Yep, Turbo and Nani finished second. Turbo does his Dragon Ball Z celebration. And I like Nani, you hear Nani say, "You're such a weirdo," while he's doing the celebration. Okay. Potential new segment here. I think I got something. I think I'm onto something. Alright, I'm just gonna go into it. You know what really grinds my gears? I'm totally stealing this from Family Guy. But do you know what grinds my gears?
What grinds your gears?
Whenever Theo wins and TJ announces the winning teams, it the camera pans to Theo, and he always does these stupid hand gestures and dances that make no sense.
I've never noticed that.
It's every time. It's just like throwing their hands up and doing weird and sticking his tongue out of his mouth, and he just looks so dumb. And at first I was like, oh, that's cool. He's really happy. He doesn't even know what to do with himself. But every time. Yeah. I don't know why it grinds my gears, but it does.
Alright. I respect that. I'm going to have to rewind back and peep.
Yeah, because they've been in a couple or at least 3 tribunals, so there's moments. Anything that grinds your gears, sister?
Everything Bear does. Pretty much.
God. So, okay.
Carl talks about Kyle.
Yeah. Oh, that too. I could see that. But yeah. New segment alert. Let's try to remember that.
Okay.
Tribunal nominations were pretty straightforward, and this is maybe where I came up with the question, like, what do you think about the tribunal? Because this nomination was not exciting at all. There was burn votes, and Kara throwing Kyle in, and Wes throwing Bear in, and Nani doing a burn vote. That was it. It wasn't exciting.
She needs to start. She's so stupid.
Who? Nani?
Yeah, it wasn't that exciting. I mean, I don't know. I don't see. I guess it's really like 6 people individually because of the individual vote. So it's just a lot of.
Yeah, it's weird that they have to come to a consensus as a team which team to vote, but then they have individual votes when it actually matters. It's weird.
Yeah, if they were smart, the different individuals on the teams would make sure that at least one of the people they want go in, and then they'll all just individually vote towards them. So it doesn't actually matter what their team goes for.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure every team that was nominated had a UK person in it, so Theo had literally no say during this discussion for nominations. What are your thoughts on Theo?
It was 1 out of 6 UK
really?
In the tribunal.
So that makes sense.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Theo?
I don't really care for him.
Me neither, yeah. I had high hopes for him too, but not really liking anything. I don't know. Another thing that grinds my gears, the interrogation room. I'm tired of it. I was in the first episode. Not a fan.
Yeah, I don't love it. I don't love how Wes acts while he's in there. He acts really weird.
That's what I was going to get to next. I said, I'm tired of this. I hate how the tribunal acts, very privileged and arrogant. It's like, Wes, what are you doing?
It's not even honestly, how he was acting was just weird.
It was,
I don't know if they told him to do that, but it just felt so, it was so cringeworthy.
And forced, maybe. It was very forced.
Yeah. It kind of felt fake, so I don't know.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. I was like, is he really going down? What is he? What, you're trying to forcefully push him out of the... What are you doing, Wes?
Yeah.
The only way it would be, real is if he really feels a type of disrespect from Bear for, the challenge as a whole and himself being a veteran in this game. But Bear doesn't care about that. What are you trying to do?
Yeah, I don't know. It made me really uncomfortable. I was like, oh, okay, Wes, chill.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, this is really happening. What the hell? I enjoyed Kyle's jab at Kara. He was like, I assume you guys just voted me in because this is Kara's way of flirting with me.
Which is true.
Yes.
But, so, yeah. Wes indeed choose Bear and Devon.
Well, we get a club scene before we go to the elimination.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about in the... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because we're past the interrogation, onto the club. Another great club scene. I mean, this is 2 or 3 in a row.
This is 3 in a row.
3 in a row, and it's weird because we didn't get 1 in the first, 5 episodes. So drama really started to happen the later we got into the season, I guess. Some good times, some dancing. Nani and Hunter continue where they last left off? How do you feel? I think we discussed them, but they seem to be getting not serious, but more together, I would say.
Yeah, I don't know. I still find it kind of odd, but.
Oh yeah, they were on the reunion show. How are they acting?
Oh yeah, they were acting like they weren't together.
Okay, so they were just attracted to each other in the challenge house, most likely.
I totally forgot about that. Yeah, no. Now thinking back, I'm like, they weren't acting like they're touching each other. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Wait a minute, I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're starting to remember it correctly.
I think not. No, I'm wrong. It wasn't. It was Nani and Bananas were in like Cancun together. Who was on the show? It was Hunter and.
Oh yes. So Justina was the host of it, and yeah, I remember her saying something like, yeah, Nani and Bananas went to Cancun and did this thing, maybe for MTV, but Hunter and Nani were the ones on the couch at the reunion, not the reunion, at the after show, right?
I don't know if it was Nani. Now I'm thinking it was Hunter and somebody else.
I thought it was Hunter and Nani. I know it's not Bananas.
It was a girl. It might have been Can. I think it was Can.
Okay. But then you were just saying how Nani sounded like she was making it to a final. What is happening?
I think it was... No, I remember. It was Devon.
Devon?
Yes. And
Okay.
Devon was sounding... Okay, so Devon was sounding like she made it to the final.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to see that, so that's cool. I'm turning it after tonight's elimination, man.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I got them confused. Nani and Bananas did like a little segment, but
yes.
Devon and Hunter were on the couch. Devon sounded super confident. You know, they were asking her questions about Bear. She's like, I wouldn't trade him for the world, which makes you think.
Yeah, I mean, they have been through a lot, so even if she, like, goes home and, well, she can't go home next week because she has the relic. Even if she, like, goes home, I feel like she would still be proud of the way they competed and still have love for Bear in that sense, but...
I don't know. The way that she was talking about Bear makes it sound like they made it to the end, in my opinion, but... And
remember, the teams do get split, so it's not like they make it to an end, like, together. They would have to make it separately, so it's very strange, yeah. Let's see, what else happened at the club? Bear and Devon were having a conversation in the corner. Bear decides to instigate a fight with Hunter to mess with him and to get Georgia back, and it fucking worked perfectly.
So stupid.
Bear is he's an evil genius.
Yeah. He's, like, kind of perfect for this game.
Yeah, it's crazy. I thought he would get himself into too much trouble, like when we were talking about Bear in the beginning of the season, but...
God, it literally made her, like, fall back into his arms.
It was crazy, and it was a legit bear trap, like you said. He's a fucking lunatic. He's a psycho.
I love, on the after show they were saying, like, it was Hunter versus Bear, like, a hunter and a bear.
Hunter was hunting the bear.
Yeah. Like, oh, it's so clever.
Haha. Do a spin-off on the History Channel.
Yeah.
Yep, then it seemed like Georgia called... I rewatched this because I watched the MTV Reality AfterBuzz, which airs right after the episode airs, and one of them was like, no, Georgia was calling Bear a dick to Hunter, and she was so sure of that, but I rewatched it like 10 times, and it looked like Georgia called Hunter a dickhead while they were like yelling back and forth at each other. While Hunter and Bear were yelling back and forth at each other, Georgia called Hunter a dickhead. And then Gus was like, no, he's not a dickhead. And then that's when Hunter and Georgia started fighting. I don't know why Georgia would call Hunter a dickhead in that situation.
I don't know. She definitely did, like, turn on him, but I feel like we were definitely missing something.
Right, or Edit left something out on purpose as well.
Yeah. Look, I don't know.
Yeah, Bear was straight up in Hunter's face. I'm almost surprised Hunter didn't, put his hands on him. Because we've seen the young bucks in the past make stupid decisions, so...
I don't know. I can't with their drama.
Wes says to Hunter, you're acting like a young not cool person.
I actually really loved that.
Yeah.
I love that, because, like, you know,
Trying to be real with him.
To say it was like asshole, dick, but like he knew Hunter was already pissed off, and that it would tick him off even more. So he like definitely carefully chose his words, because I guess they are friends. So he's just young, not cool.
Not
person.
Cool. Yeah.
I love that.
We get back to the house, and Nani and Hunter get jiggy with it. Bear and Georgia make up. All Bear had to do was just straight up look at her, I think.
Yeah, and she was like melted.
Yeah.
Like butter.
The next day, Hunter pulls Georgia aside to try to talk to her. Starts off great. But
backfires.
When he says, but, everything kind of goes out the window. He was like,
yeah.
But I'm not sorry for the tough love.
An apology is shit if you have the word but in it.
Yeah. Like,
he should have
save
just
that
apologized, and then maybe later on brought up.
Yeah, I was about to say, save the but for another time. Yeah.
Hunter's just immature, you know. We've seen it. Oh, and I hate how he's always like, I'm not cut from that cloth that he's cut from. Like, you know, I'll pray for you. Like how he's all like religious and like.
He almost puts himself on a pedestal, like he's better than everybody else.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, my morale is like, you know, I'm not like you are. Like I'm not cut from your cloth.
You don't even know what cloth he's cut from, so how can you?
But then he screams in women's faces.
Yeah.
And like says the most fucked up things to women, like to Ashley, to Georgia in that scene, and I'm like, and then he gets angry, tries to fight people all the time irrationally, and I'm like.
I mean, this season is almost kind of putting Ashley, the former champion, in a good light, because Hunter can't seem to work with any female, so it's like, maybe she had a reason.
Honestly, he just kind of seems like a shitty person, and he doesn't realize that he is. He thinks that he's like, I would never do that. I would never talk to a woman like that. You know, I'm not cut from that cloth. But then it's like, but then he does it.
Yeah.
Like, he's saying, I'm a big man, so I apologize for when I know I'm wrong. But then his apologies are him yelling at women again. So it's
actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, it's like, exactly.
What did I say? Although, yeah, Hunter is right about her always listening to Bear, and she shouldn't, because Bear is just constantly lying to her. But, you know, that's whatever at this point. But yeah, we get to the killing floor. The killing floor. And it's an all-time favorite.
I've never seen this one. Like,
I mean, yeah. It's an all, like I said, you see it at least once a challenge, usually.
But I thought we saw it this season already, but I don't know.
No. You're wrong.
Yeah, the rings. Yeah.
No?
Yeah, the rings where everybody held a ring, but it was 3.
Okay, that was 3-way. Yeah, I suppose it's
very
similar. Very similar, yeah. You're right.
I don't watch this podcast.
Hey. So what I'm thinking immediately is like Maddie's probably thinking, yeah, no one's gonna call me out in this one, or like even if I go in, I'm winning, so I'm pretty fine.
Yeah. Maddie was pretty safe.
Yeah. And that's a sense of relief that Kyle can have, like, oh, my teammate's a beast, like, thank God.
Yep. Nobody's going to want to call her out, at least.
Mm-hmm. The vote comes down to Nani, which it usually seems to come down to the last person every episode, which might be another little issue with the tribunal.
Depending on the order of who votes?
Yeah, and it just always seems like it's tied until the last person.
So one person really is the one who's deciding who's going in.
Right. And it did bite Nani in the butt, because Bear and Davon said that, you know, we decided to take out the closest person to whoever voted us in. I don't think that was true. I think it just happened to work that way, because Gus and Jen were the team that matched up best against them, and Jenna's Nani's best friend, so it just worked out. I think that was
bullshit.
Yeah.
I think they chose them because they were the easiest. Come on.
I just think it worked out that way, so he could say that to Nani and make her feel bad about the decision.
That was such bullshit. I'm looking at all the teams,
right.
and I'm like,
Who else are you gonna choose? Yeah.
But, like, who else were you gonna pick? Like, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, so they choose to go up against Jenna and Gus. Elimination is called push and pull. Yep. Pretty simple. You and your opponent start by holding on to a pole. Do whatever you gotta do to get that pole out of your opponent's hand. Alternating rounds between girls and guys. First team to 3 wins. So yeah, we'll break it down round by round because they were all entertaining. And like I said, all-time great elimination. So you gotta go into depth when talking about it. Round 1. Anything before we get into the elimination you wanted to add?
Nope.
Alright, so round 1, Gus and Bear. We see a headbutt from Gus.
They were both playing pretty dirty.
Yeah.
Well, Gus actually was playing dirtier.
Bear was just trying to survive, which was the only strategy which could have worked for him probably. He's not stronger than Gus.
Yeah, I think honestly Gus should have won.
Right. So Bear's trying. It seemed like Bear's trying to keep it close to his chest. Gus's hands slip as he tries to yank it from Bear. Some people calling it a fluke. I think that's too far. I mean, that's strategy. Like Bear shouldn't have won that round.
Well,
yeah, I've heard some people say that. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, Bear had a strategy and it was better than Gus's.
Yeah, Gus slipped and he messed up, but obviously if his hand didn't slip, he was winning that.
Right, that's like saying Derek didn't beat Joss. After that 3-hour-long elimination. Because Joss, was just, mentally out of it. All Derek did was hold on until Joss made a mistake. And that's literally what Bear did. Hold on until Gus made a mistake.
Yeah,
so good for Bear. I mean, Bear
that would be argued.
Yeah, Bear is surprising the hell out of me. But we do see he gasses out. But yeah, round 2, Jenna and Davon. Going into this, I'm pretty sure Jenna and Gus have this. I thought Jenna would be able to take out Davon. But Jenna's strategy didn't seem too smart. She did keep tripping Davon. I like that part. But she was like, and I want to get on top. And I don't think that's the right move. I think you want to be on bottom and have your chest on the ground with the baton, with the pole underneath you and trying to twist and turn.
And hold it close to your
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think Jenna had the best strategy going into this, and that may be a big reason why she lost. I think Davon just has more fight than her.
That was another thing. Going into it, Sean was like, "Oh, Davon's definitely gonna win." Jenna looks mad timid and stuff, and I was like, "Actually,
That's how Jenna usually looks, and she still competes." But yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, she usually is a little bit misleading and has a lot of fight in her, or more fight than you would think."
Right.
Yeah, Davon's got a lot of fight. So
she's got that motherhood fight in her.
Yeah, she's fighting for her kids.
Yeah. Yeah. Once you give birth, I think you have a different pain threshold. So, I wouldn't know. But, yeah. Round 3, Gus.
So, do you love Davon yet?
So, yeah, I mean, she proved a lot to me this episode. I really thought she was all talk.
No, she's not.
And that she couldn't compete.
God, she's so good.
But, yeah, I'm a fan of them now, and now I want this. I want Gus holy crap, I can't speak. I want Bear and Davon to go to the final after this performance. And seeing, this is their second elimination win. They've been the target every time that they could be a target. And they're still in the game, so.
So they're earning their spot. They're earning their stripes.
And she beat Jenna. Jenna's no slouch.
No.
So yeah, round 3, Gus versus Bear. Bear is gassing out. Seemed like Bear's trying to stall. But he kind of lets go at the end. He was just over it. Yeah, he just lets go. Round 4, the final round, because Davon gets it from Jenna again. Should seem like she got a second wind from Wes's heckling, I suppose. When Wes was like, put your knee in her face. And she was like, oh yeah? That's how you want to fight?
Yeah, that pissed her off.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta find any little motivation that you can. Maybe it shouldn't have pissed her off that much. It's a game, but she focused the energy in the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wes should be nervous. Obviously, well, Art is, we see Davon be like, yeah, we're gonna get Wes out. We're trying to get Wes out now, but we've seen Bear make the smarter decision and be like, let's be honest, who's a bigger threat in the final, Paulie and Natalie? So I don't know if they'll actually be going after Wes next episode. But maybe they should, because Wes seems to be going after them pretty hardcore.
Wes is targeting them each time, so they might as well target them back, because it's just a numbers game. Like, eventually one of them is going to get the other one out.
Yeah, but the teams are starting to, as Paulie, I think, pronounced it, twindle. I rewatched it. I was like, I think he said twindle. It's dwindle, right?
Dwindle, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the teams are starting to dwindle down, and if Paulie and Natalie, if Paulie and Natalie are in that final, you got to think they're going to win. But yet again, teams will be split, so all individual. I wouldn't want to see Ninja. She could probably outrun most of the people, so. But who knows? It's the challenge. Anything can happen.
Who do you think's going to be the next out? I have Cara and Theo.
You do? I could see that, because I feel like Theo's like been having these little interviews where I'm like, yeah, I think he might go home this episode. And then he doesn't. But yeah, Davon gets Jenna that last round. Jenna seemed to be hysterically crying, which was good to see that she cared. You know? In a way. Because, like you said, like Sean said, she didn't look like she was too into it. Maybe she was thinking about Zach in the back of her mind.
Yeah, I feel like that's an issue where, like, if in that scenario where your boyfriend's in the house and then now he's not, I feel like just by knowing women and how they think, you don't have a desire to stay there, because if you go home, you get to go back to him.
Right.
So I feel like messes with her game.
Yeah, and yeah, super disappointed in Jenna. Like, I usually am a huge Jenna fan, and I honestly don't really care to see her the next season. Maybe down the line.
Season, that team, Jenna, Gus, every time they came on the screen, I was like, next.
Right.
Like, they weren't that interesting.
Yeah, what do you think about Gus? You don't care for him as well? He's young. Maybe he has. He's like a young Derek, or like he's got a lot of fight in him, but first season didn't work out. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'll give him another shot. Why not?
So would you say go ahead.
So yeah, Relic goes to Bear and Davon. So they're safe next week. That's huge. Halfway through the season or whatever. That's huge. Yeah, we're halfway through the season. Mid-season trailer. Some things we get from the mid-season trailer. Nani talking to Kara and is like, you've changed. Like, you're not this... You've changed so much. Like, not in a good way, she's saying. We see, like, Maddie asks Kyle if he's alright, and he does not look alright. And he's like, nah, I'm not alright. We see...
Isn't there a palsy with a respirator?
Huh? Yeah, we see... Yeah, that was... It seemed like Paulie in the hospital with, like, that, face mask, trying to get oxygen. We see in elimination the hall brawl. That's going to be a good one. You know what that is?
Mm-mm.
Hall brawl, it's like that skinny hallway where they just have to run through each other, get to the other side. First gets the other side wins. That's going to happen. TJ Yip says no more teams, every man for themselves. We see Turbo tying up Nani in like an elimination area, which was weird because Turbo was in like normal clothes while Nani was in like elimination clothes. Or maybe it was a challenge, I don't know. And she was like, stop, Turbo! It was weird. I didn't know. Yeah, Turbo saying nobody can fuck him up. I'm excited for that. See Turbo get mad. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Looks like we got a lot to look forward to. The competitor of the week, it's gotta go to Devon.
Yep, and then my politician, I'm gonna give to Bear.
Yeah, just for being able to keep Georgia, and yeah, fucking getting in the mind of Hunter. Holy shit, yeah, it's gotta go to Bear.
Yeah.
Bear and Devon, they take both of them. Definitely got to give a shout out to Wes for winning another challenge. He's doing good in the challenges.
And D for swimming.
Keeping up with them, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wraps it up. Am I forgetting anything?
I think we covered it.
Right.
Until next week.
Until next week. We don't even know what's going to happen next. We didn't get like a next on. We just got that mid-season trailer, so we have no idea what's going to happen next week, what the topic will be of the episode. But looking forward to it. Your prediction is Car and Theo go home.
Yeah.
I'm going to predict there's 8 teams left. Who am I going to predict?
Either Nick or Wes and D.
I'm going to predict...
I think first.
I'm going to go with either... I think... God, maybe Cam and Ashley.
I know, they're on the chopping block too.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Cam and Ashley going home. And who would they call out? If they get, like, voted in, or... I don't know if someone would call them out. Who would they call? They would probably call out Wes and D. If they're not in the tribunal. It's hard to say because of the relic and tribunal which teams will be eligible to be even chosen. So yeah, I'll just guess Cam and Ashley go home. You guess Car and Theo.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, it was fun. I gotta get to work. It's gonna be tight. Thanks, Nicole, for being late.
No problem.
Alright. But yep. Thanks for listening, everybody. This has been Tom and Nicole, the Valentines, recapping MTV's The Challenge, War of the Worlds. Follow me at No Valentines with a Z at the end, and check out my sister's Instagram. What's your Instagram, Nicole?
_Valentine.
All right, and that wraps it up. Until next time.
See you later.
Peace out.